Welcome aboard. This is day one of the Oh Buoy Podcast, where we talk about everything that you're talking about. Food, relationships, pop culture, gossip, and we may even share cruise ship horror stories as a plane flies right over my head here. But yeah, every topic on the table, all aboard. The buffet, passengers, are you ready to set sail?
That's your cruise director, Andrew, and my name is Rochelle. And yes, we used to be real life cruise directors. We cannot wait to take you on this journey with us. We want you to be involved. So make sure you send us an email at ohbuoypod@gmail.com. That's ohbuoypod@gmail.com. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So, Andrew, what's on the ship to shore today?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It is a big week this week here in Nashville, Tennessee, where I currently am. Starting on Monday, which was two days ago when we're recording this is Wednesday. It is Taco Week here in Nashville, and that means that we are going to consume tacos all day, every day. It's already been 2 days in. I mean, I've already had 9 tacos, been to 9 restaurants so far. I went to 3 today before work. And I've been taking photos of our tacos. I've been posting reviews to just you and a couple of our other friends, working on a PowerPoint presentation to pitch to the investors for next year so that I can get sponsors for Taco Week.
Yeah.
For those of you who are familiar with my work, I was also involved in Burger Week 6 months ago. That was where restaurants did burgers. And I mean, I still have not had an actual burger, I don't think, since the Burger Week. I was a little burgered out after consuming a lot of burgers in a very short amount of time. So that's basically on the ship to shore. And I'd love to talk about tacos. We can get into it if we really want to.
No, I love it. Okay, Andrew, I'm going to start off with a fun game. It's just for you, listeners listening along. Write in the comments what you think your answers would be. All right. So, Andrew, you're Taco Week. You're an expert now. Are you team flour or corn tortilla?
Oh, easily flour.
Flour?
Soft shell flour.
Okay. Well, that was the next question. Hard or soft? Yeah, you knew. You preferred the soft shell. Why not the hard? Too crunchy? Too messy?
I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the corn. Well, I don't like the way the corn tastes, and then you can't. I don't really think there's very corn has. I guess corn has soft tortillas. When they're not shaped and hardened. So yeah, the hard shell. It is too messy. It is crumbly because as soon as you take a bite, it all comes falling off. Now you take a soft shell taco and you put a little cheese on that soft shell, and then you use that to adhere to a crunchy hard shell in the middle, as that little girl in the commercial says, por kilos dos. And then you have yourself a little bit of soft and crunchy at the same time, as well as durability.
I've never had one of those before. I know what you're talking about, but I've never had both.
It's like a crunch wrap.
Yeah, it sounds great. Okay, steak, chicken, or pork?
Chicken.
Al pastor, as they say. Chicken is your favorite.
It's universal. It's a vessel for seasoning and spices. A lot of places can do chicken. Not a lot of places can do steak or pork well. But I do like a birria taco. But I won't. I'll still stick with chicken.
I like birria too. I went to a restaurant when I was in Austin, and taco place, Mexican restaurant, and they did not serve chicken. They said beef or pork only. And then I said, I will leave.
I will choose neither.
Very interesting. Yeah, because I don't like either. So you've you're halfway through Taco Week. Do you have a favorite so far? Is there a front runner?
Oh, yeah.
Is it okay to say?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. It is the Garden Fresh Market in Madison, Tennessee. It is a supermarket. It is a Mexican supermarket. It is authentic. It is delicious. That was 2 birria tacos, the lime, a good consomme to dip your birria tacos in. It gave you 2 for the price of the $5. So, that's very important to the value. This place, which I had never been to before, we walk in, it is just, it's like awesome supermarket. They got great produce. They got piñatas. They have everything that you can think of. They've Coke bottle, Mexican Coke, fantastic. And
Love
they
it.
actually have a lot of deals at this restaurant. And on Tuesday, it is Taco Tuesday, and you can get a chicken taco for $1.50. Um,
Oh, wow. That's a good
yeah,
deal.
so I could do some damage in there for $1.50 a taco, and they have every day. It's kind of has they have quesadilla deals, they have burrito deals, but this specific taco, it was good. It was a birria taco. It had pico in it. It had onions. It had jalapenos. It had the meat was tender, and sometimes when you get a birria taco, they kind of really dip it into that sauce and put it on the griddle, and it gets a little
Yeah.
a little greasy, a little oily. But this one is just the perfect right amount, perfecto, and I really enjoyed it. So that is my number one currently right now. I do think my number two is Family Tacos in
Okay.
Nashville. That is also a birria taco. I had that one before I had the Garden Fresh. So before I went to Garden Fresh, Family Taco was in the lead. Durability, fantastic. Didn't really fall apart on you. You kept it together. Great flavors, lime, sauces, dipping sauce, this salsa verde, this other spicy salsa, fantastic. And it's a very small restaurant. I don't know if you saw it when you used to live here. It looks like it would just be like a hole in the wall, but
Hmm.
literally you walk in there, the counter's to your right, you order the taco. They gave me a fountain drink, two tacos, fountain drink, excellent value. But the restaurant had more seating in the back. It was literally like, Hermione's bag. You just kind of like just kept going. Mary Poppins bag,
Keep going.
esque. It just kept going on and on and
Yeah.
on. And so that's number two. And I think that's all I'm going to do for right now because there are a few that are, they're close to that 3, 4 range. I was a little disappointed in some. Do I get to slander? Do I get to complain about some places? I don't want to. I
If
don't
you
want to do
want to
that.
make a complaint, you can go down to guest services later.
Yeah, no, I won't do that yet. But well, yeah, okay, that's fair. I will do that later on. I have a couple of complaints for guest services later. But that's I feel like, and this is slightly incorrect. I gave you false information
Uh-oh.
before Taco Week started on the 4th. I was looking at the old website, so it is actually not 32 restaurants that I need to get to. It is 40.
Oh,
So
they added more.
they added more, and that's where when we're done recording this today, uh, Ted, myself, and the teachers we're going to be going. There's the curling place we got to go to, 51 Tap we're going to, Waldo's Chicken and Beer, Pancho and Lefties, and hopefully one more. There was one more on the list, but we
You're
we got
going
work
to
to do.
all of those tonight.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try.
Wow.
We're gonna give
Okay.
we're
Okay.
gonna give
That's
it the good
fun.
old college try.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Taco tour.
Yeah.
All
Taco,
right. I
taco,
love
Waco
it.
tacos.
Waco Taco Tour. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for letting me interview you about your tacos. And I'm sure you'll have more to say next week when you finish Taco Week.
Yeah,
And
I'll
passengers, you'll update us.
yes, I will.
Passengers, what's the best taco you have ever had? Tell us in the comments. I think mine, even though I said the one restaurant in Austin didn't have chicken, Austin does have great breakfast tacos. And they had a really good breakfast taco truck. There's eggs, cheese, tortilla, done. Wrap it up.
I mean, it's really crazy though. Is the best taco that I have had in Nashville is not participating in Taco Week. I think they know that they're better than everybody, so they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna do it." Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, realistically, best taco. I don't think it is in Nashville. I think I've had better tacos in, Cozumel when I was down in Mexico. They're pretty
In
good. And also
Mexico.
San
That's
Diego,
fair.
San Diego also had some pretty good tacos. Um,
Okay.
so yeah.
I do love a taco.
Yeah. So, what, that was my week. I know your week this week has been consumed by a certain day.
It has. It was my birthday yesterday. My birthday's December 5th. So yesterday was just a Tuesday. I worked. I didn't really do anything special on the actual day, but I just got home from visiting my family and my friends in San Francisco. So I went out with my friends. I went out with my family. So I celebrated last week when I was back home. So that was really fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's it. But I have
You look,
Penny.
you look another year older
Thank you.
in a nice way.
In the best way possible. So that was it. That's kind of what what's been going on? But I have to say, Andrew, with all of that, especially when I visited San Francisco last week, I have some complaints. So can we take a walk down to guest services?
Absolutely. Welcome to Guest Services. This is a place where all complaints will be heard. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small, and nothing is too petty. The pettier actually is the better. And send all your complaints to Guest Services. Michelle, what is your complaint?
My complaint would be the drivers in San Francisco. And I feel like everyone wants to say that their town and their city has the worst drivers. But San Francisco is on another level. They are merging without looking. They are not using their blinkers. It's just mayhem. My biggest complaint is when I got into a heated argument in my car, yelling at the person in their car or yelling back at me. It was nonsense. So I was merging onto the Bay Bridge in San Francisco. So you're merging onto a bridge. Like there's nowhere else for you to go. There's no other exit. You have to get on the bridge. And all these lanes kind of go down into like 3 or 4 lanes to get on the bridge. So I'm slowing down. I have my blinker on. I'm trying to merge in to get on the bridge. And this woman rolls her window down, flips me off, and you're not getting in front of me. And I was like, oh, I did not expect that. I thought you were going to nicely let me in, but she did not. So I was like, oh. So I look behind her, and the guy behind her is now waving me in, like, go ahead. So now I'm behind this lady, and I thought, great, behind this woman, it's over. I can see her in the rearview mirror. Hands are in the air. She's looking in the rearview mirror at me. I obviously don't know what she's saying, but she is yelling at me. She's flipping me off. She's rolling her window down, flipping me off behind her to me. And I'm just sitting there now going, what do you want? I don't know what you want. It was a mess. And then I start laughing because I'm like, I am yelling at this woman in the car in front of me. She's yelling at me, and she did not like the fact that I started laughing. So I said, I got to get around this woman. So now I'm trying to merge into the other lane. I'm in the other lane now, and now I'm right next to her. She's slowing down, so I'm right next to her. She rolls her window down again, flipping me off, swearing at me. And I am just like, I don't know what you want. But that was crazy. And I was like, this is San Francisco. Like, I'm just trying to merge onto the highway. And she is not happy about that.
And it was a yell. Nothing got tossed. No one threw anything?
Nothing got tossed. Yeah, luckily nothing got tossed. But I feel like that's why you have to be careful. Like, if she yelled at the wrong person, bat could have come out. I mean, that was just not.
One time when I remember, this was when I was in college. We were going to a charity diabetes walk in Boston, and where my friend was driving, and we were on the swim team, and so one of our swimmers, she was driving, another one of my teammates, she was in the passenger seat, and me and my roommate were in the back seat with another girl, so it was like a full car, and so we're driving in Boston, we're going around Fenway, and everybody knows around there on the Sturo Drive, it's a pain to merge wherever it is, and so the girl in the back, her name is Neely, she wasn't even driving, and she's like starts rolling down the window and yelling at the passenger, the other car next to us, and I'm like, what is going on? And mind you, I was in the middle, and Neely was sitting to my right, and she's yelling across me, and next thing you know, her iced coffee just goes through right across my face, through the back window, and just hits this person's car.
Oh no.
And we're in like standstill traffic.
No.
And then she goes, Tiff, drive. And he's like, I can't go anywhere. And so that person then threw their Dunkin' Donuts Boston cream donut at our car, and it hit Tiffany's windshield, and the cream.
Oh no. See, that way, I don't want to get into altercations. I don't want to throw anything.
It was so funny. Dunkin' Donuts, not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you for fueling the things we can throw at people who have road rage.
Yeah, like you said, it must be a coast thing, because Boston has got a lot of just agitation. Nashville's got some bad
Jamie
drivers
drivers
though,
too.
but I haven't, you know, Ted will go on and on and on. He drives an ambulance. He'll tell you everything, all the bad drivers he sees. And I'm like, okay,
I'm
buddy.
sure he sees a lot of bad. Yeah, I've seen some bad drivers in Nashville too, but like I've never been yelled at. Certainly, I mean that was
No.
the first time that's ever happened to me.
Aw, welcome. You know,
Wild,
you've never been yelled at before.
wild. Oh my god. Yeah, I've never
You
been
you
yelled at ever in my life.
so Rochelle, you experience probably about pretty girl syndrome where no one yells at you and everybody's been like, oh, they're so nice to you, and it's like everyone's so nice, and I'm over here like
I
I'm just getting
know.
yelled at constantly, and they were like, move out of the way, troll. And then
Your
my
complaint was
complaint.
right.
All right, so I have something written in here, but I'm going to take it to a whole nother direction, and it's going to
Do it.
be unhinged, and follow along if you can. So it is
Okay.
Taco Week. We just talked about that it is Taco Week. We talked about that it's Burger Week. So why is a taco place trying to push a burger as a taco for Taco Week? One
Uh
couple
oh.
places have their tacos as these burger, the burger taco, and I'm like, it's a burger with a tortilla and instead of a bun, and I'm not about that. I want tacos, not burgers during Taco Week. I want burgers, not tacos during Taco Week. Stick to the brand, stick to the theme, and don't go. And now, a lot of these places they're trying to, go above and beyond. They're trying to change it up, mix it up. Like here's a Dorito in your taco. I'm like, no, 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 just give me a taco. I'm here to judge solely on your ability to make a taco, and give me more than one taco. That is my biggest complaint out of this whole thing. $5 for one taco is criminal. You give me two tacos and your rating goes up. You give me one taco, you're already circling the drain. I don't care if that taco tastes amazing. You give me two of them. You take
Yeah.
the fillings in that one taco, you cut it in half, and you put it into another flour tortilla, and then you give me two tacos. And don't give me this metal tray bullshit and then put a lime on the side where a taco should go. No, thank you.
We don't want it.
We don't want that. We want full use of the tray. We want two tacos minimum. If you give me three, oh my God, 10 out of 10. Absolutely. But one taco for $5, not when you can go and get a deal on two. The fact that a place can do a Taco Tuesday for $1 or $2 means that you can give me during a special week a taco two for $5.
I agree. I don't think a taco anywhere at any week should be $5 for one
No,
taco
no, and
because they're so small to begin with.
yes, that's right. The
Yeah.
the epitome of a taco. It is a small, tasty, savory treat that you can eat before your meal or have a couple of them to make your meal. It
Hmm.
is little a little shredded chicken. It's some cheese. It's some pico. It's some guac. It's some sour cream. A couple of little jalapeno slices, maybe a little radish, pickled onions, something. Like there is so much that you can put, but it doesn't cost you anything more. It's
Yeah.
small. It's meant to be small. Oh, that's why they're in like the appetizer section, not the entree section. Because if I'm going to get an entree, and also no chips, no chips.
Oh, that was my question for you earlier. It's like there's no free chips and salsa.
Some places, it's going to be a good Mexican restaurant experience when they just say chips and salsa, it's complimentary, and they keep coming. There's a
Yep.
place near, I forget the name of it, but they just bring you chips and salsa. And you're like, hey, can we have more? And they're like, yep, we have 1,000 of these things back there, and they're fresh and they're made just like right when you walk in. And then it's like, that's what I want. Because then now I'm still going to order my normal tacos, and I might get more because I'm like, this place is great. This place is giving me what I want. It's giving me a strawberry frozen margarita. It's giving me chips and salsa, and I can get three tacos for like $7.50. And they're small, and like now I get when I'm paying that kind of money, I don't want this fully loaded taco. No, I want a small, concise, clean, neat. A couple of bites. Like how much does Taco Bell charge for a taco? I don't know. I haven't been, but I'm sure it's not $5.
Sure, it's not $5.
No. No, they actually, a lot of times they'll be like, hey, you just ordered a combo meal. We're going to throw in an extra taco. Just, do you want it on a hard shell or soft shell? Because they know the value that a taco provides to a meal. They understand the value that a taco does not need to be $5 for one. They'll give you more taco mas, and I just want more. Okay. And I also, the durability of a giant taco filled with stuff, everything's falling out. I'm going to need a second tortilla anyway to do it. That's why they kind of give you that two things. So they're already right away know that they should be giving you two tacos. And that's my that is my biggest complaint to guest services.
And that's a good complaint to guest services, and I hope they listen, because you know what? You know you're in tough times when you don't even get free chips and salsa at the table.
Yep. Now, and I know I have paid more for tacos in Boston. I made my own little taco run one week, and it was the taco restaurants, when you mapped it out, made the shape of a taco.
Oh, that's cute.
But they were like, some of them were like $8 for a taco, and I'm like, that is a lot.
That's too much. Yeah.
And they were like, and it was like it's fancy, you know.
Fancy.
They're like, it's street roast, it's street corn, it's roasted, it's fire roasted this, and it's chipotle that, and this, and I'm like, I want this to be lukewarm in my hand.
I just want the basics right here.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, that's my complaint, but I think we can move on. I think we can go lighten the mood a little bit here. Let's talk about our weekly entertainment.
Follow our Spotify. We're going to add these songs to our Spotify playlist every week. So this DJ takes requests, so email us a song with some lyrics that you think that we should add to the Spotify list at ohbuoypod@gmail.com. Andrew, what is your song of the week?
My song of the week, I changed it up. I did have one on here. I realized I talked about it on my other podcast, and I don't want our listeners to get the same thing twice from me.
Can't double down.
Can't double down. I mean, I would double down. It is a good song, you know, but we'll go, you know.
Yeah.
Christmas is a long season. So mine is a fan favorite of mine that I always like to listen to. It is The Struts, is the name of the artist. The name of the song is Kiss This. It was released in 2014 on their debut album. Everybody Wants is the name of the album. And it's just a good little jam. It's a 4-piece band. They got a guitar, bass, drum, lead singer, you know, and it's hip, it's happening. And it's just about a man who's been cheated on, but in a kind of not going to be why always me. He's like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm out. Kiss this. I'm never going to come back. He says, so his lyrics, he's saying, I'm gone for good, making up stories, keeping it secret, taking your word for truth, and you were bad for me, so I'm gone for good. So he's had enough, and then he says, I did all I could, so kiss this one more time, because I'm gone for good. I think he got a little something before he left. I think he got a little kiss and a little behind, and then he was like, now I'm gone for good, you know, and then he's misunderstood. So he's kissing this one last time, and he's gone for good. So yeah. So it's basically it's a British band, The Struts. They are fantastic, and they gained some popularity there in 2015, 2016. I first heard this song on the radio, and I was like, "Damn, this song is catchy." And then I put it into my Spotify playlist, and every once in a while, it makes its way in there. Actually, scratch that. I don't have Spotify anymore. I'm a pavo. I put it in my Apple Music playlist, and so yeah, it's a good one. But it's basically, instead of this, you know, woe is me, they put it as, what does he say here? Instead of, the band uses the power riffs and an in-your-face chorus, and due to the shift in perspective, the song became a liberating anthem about standing up on your own 2 feet. Wow, poetic.
I love that. Powerful
Riffs.
Words right there.
So yeah, what about you?
Thank you, Andrew. I will definitely add that, and I can't wait to hear it because I've never heard that song before. Though I also had a different song that I was going to share, but of course, Spotify Wrapped just came out, and I love this time of year. It's a special time of year when Spotify Wrapped comes out, and it tells you all the songs that you obsessed over and played nonstop.
Rub it in.
And I like seeing I like seeing other people's Spotify Wraps because it's interesting to see what other people listen to. So I like seeing when people post it. Some of my Spotify Wrapped, I do listen to Spotify when I sleep. So it was a little skewed towards like sleepy time music.
Like white noise.
Like white
like
noise,
the fan,
yeah.
like box fan.
A box fan, yeah.
Number hit
exactly.
number one.
Hit number one. But besides that, other than the box fan and sleep music, my number one song was by Demi Lovato, album Tell Me You Love Me, her song Sorry, Not Sorry.
Ooh, that's a bop.
And I love it. I just love this song so much. This was released in July of 2017 with her music video, and her music video is also really fun. I think she's like in the club. There's people dancing behind her. It's really fun. She's like, I'm moving on, right? So our songs kind of have a theme this week, which we did not plan.
Really strange, but yeah.
So I'm going to read the opening lines. Payback is a bad bitch, and baby, I'm the baddest. Now I'm out here looking like revenge, feeling like a 10, the best I've ever been. And yeah, I know how bad it must hurt to see me like this, but it gets worse. Again, powerful stuff.
Lyrically masterful.
Lyrically masterful.
Whimsical.
I just love it. Whimsical. I play this all the time. I mean, at the gym, in the car, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling it. So Sorry Not Sorry reached number 6 in the US. That same year, Ed Sheeran came out with Shape of You and Perfect. And if Ed Sheeran is coming out with an album, everyone else can take a seat. He's going to be top one in all his songs.
I don't get it. I don't like Ed Sheeran.
You don't
I think
like
his
Ed
music.
Sheeran.
I think his music is just so one-dimensional.
Oh, you know he's the number one
I
streamed
know.
artist.
I know.
Oh,
Hot take.
Andrew, what
Hot
an opinion.
Take.
That is.
I think I think other musicians. I'm not a musician. I continue with the sentence. I think musicians that I know have talked about their dislike for Ed Sheeran because his lack of creativity and his just one kind of just the same 4 chords. He's just like hanging there in pop music. He is producing hit after hit. I'm not going to deny and say that his songs aren't popular and they're not hit. Some songs they're all right, they're good, but it's just not like if he's releasing an album, I'm not going, oh my God, I got to hear this new album. Like when Kelly Clarkson releases a new album, I'm like, I got to go get Kelly's album. She's America's Idol. Ed Sheeran's not America's Idol. But, so yeah, that is, I guess, a hot take. But, sorry to derail.
Fair enough. That's a hot take. I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, Ed Sheeran, not a fan. Well, the Sorry Not Sorry, it's a song for the haters with the message, you know what? I'm good now, and I'm sorry that I'm not sorry that you may not be loving life at the moment. And that is a direct quote from Demi Lovato when she was being interviewed about this song. So that is my song of the week, Sorry Not Sorry. And we have The Struts, Kiss This by Andrew. Song of the week.
Yes.
So check out our Spotify playlist. I'll add them both on here. And everything also will be tagged in the show notes too, so you can follow us.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that we need to add here in our weekly entertainment? Any tours coming up? Any excursions that we're going on? We're looking forward to, or are we good? Are you going on the walking tour tomorrow morning?
I will not be going on the walking tour tomorrow morning. The walking tour has too much walking for me.
Understood. Well, I think that's all we have on the Ship to Shore today then. So thanks so much for listening to our unique voices and our unique personalities. This cruise would not happen without our passengers. So remember to send us an email at the Oh Buoy Pod at gmail.com. Subscribe, follow us on those podcasts.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Comment below, give us a thumbs up, and share the podcast. Invite your friends to cruise with us. Thank you, passengers, and see you soon.